about 10 minutes to get here. But I am so happy. Thank you so much for being here too. All right, my name is Ali Chauvenet. I am a quantitative ecologist, and I'm here to tell you, you are being overcharged for therapy. Yes, you could go for a walk into nature, a free walk, and get heaps of well-being benefits. I am French. That's right. And that means that I have lots of opinion about food, which are coming clearly. And I'm allowed to be rude about it. Okay, first one. Yes, I will judge you if you put cheese in a croissant. No, you cannot put ice cubes in a wine. Absolutely not. No offense to anyone here. And of course, jelly is not dessert. In fact, it's not even food. Thank you. I did fall in love, though, with the coffee culture of Australia and the beautiful national parks. What is a quantitative ecologist? It's a mouthful, first of all. It is a fancy name for someone who is both a data nerd and a tree hugger. Thank you. I am basically Blinky Bill's nerdy European cousin. And I love data so much that I once designed an experiment to see whether nagging my ex about picking his socks off the floor would actually improve his pickup rate. It didn't. It did speed up our breakup rate though. Oh. When I tell people that going to green places can improve their mental well-being, they get super excited. Until I tell them I'm in parks. And when I say parks, they might be thinking of this. Oh. And then they question my mental health. Yes, I love screaming children as much as you all do. And but what I mean with parks is this. And when I tell my friends that they should go out in nature more often to get some well-being benefits, they will roll their eyes and say, duh, but that's because my friends like to do this on the weekend. But the cool thing about my work is that I'm able to tell you exactly how much improvement we get in mental well-being from going for a visit in parks. And the great thing is that next time you go, you can tell your friends how much improvement they're going to get from a single visit. And then you can be a mega nerd like me. And the reason why I need you to tell your friends is that we know that 3 in 10 Australians do not visit parks at all. So if you look around this room, there could be 10 to 15 of us that are overpaying for therapy, paying full price. And if there's one thing you're going to take away tonight with you from this talk, is that you can go for a bushwalk once in a while and you could get up to 3 months lasting benefits. But it doesn't even have to be a bushwalk. Look around you. This is the wrong room because I thought we'd be somewhere else. I don't mean the Unibar, all right? Even though I know the Unibar makes some people very happy. It's not what I mean, especially if they serve wine with ice cubes. What I actually mean is this, which is even green places in the middle of the city can give you some great well-being mental boost. So when you're walking to your car, to the tram tonight, going home, please look around and take the time to appreciate that there's no other therapist office where you can also be drunk. Except at my friend Jan's, who during my breakup supplied me with as much support as wine. And you may be wondering how I can tell you how we can calculate the exact improvement in mental well-being from visiting parks. So we designed a survey to start with that asks people a lot of things about who they are, their park visit habits, Bunnings excluded of course, and their mental health. To do this, we partner up with a psychologist and ask them to tell us what kind of measures they would be using in traditional therapy. We found 20,000 Australians to answer that survey, and by Australians I mean Victorians, and some Queenslanders, and I think we can agree it represents the whole spectrum of Australians out there. The Victorians were paid in coffee, of course, and the Queenslanders in Forex, yes. So, with this survey, we asked the question, can we find the link between park visits and mental well-being regardless of age, gender, education, whatever makes people different from each other? To do this, we created a model. Models. Now when I say model, some people who are not necessarily familiar with my work might be thinking of this. But I'm here to talk about a much sexier kind of model. The statistical model. Yes, statistical models are incredible. With the one we created, I can tell you that yes, earning more money and being in a relationship can improve your well-being. And also working out more often can improve your well-being. But who wants to work out at a gym when you can go to a park? And what about green spaces? We found that all types of green spaces can give you mental health benefits. But if you visit a national park, a forest, something more natural, you can get 4 times the amount as if you're going into an urban green space. And we didn't stop there. We actually worked with an economist to figure out the economic value of this benefit. And you might be wondering, that's weird. Why the economic value? Do you guys know how expensive therapy is? Yeah. The current recommended fee is $311 per 45 to 60 minute session. That's $6.90 per minute. Or if you live on the Gold Coast, the cost of an average oatmeal flat white. Thank you. That's a lot of coffee. Try drinking that many coffees in 45 minutes. All you're gonna get is more anxiety. And then you're gonna get more therapy. But your mental health is super important. It's what allows you to feel safe, have a fulfilling life, enjoy spending time with your family. And needing help to improve or mention it is pretty common. 1 in 5 Australians are currently experiencing mental health issues. And 1 in 2 of us, not 10, 1 in 2 of us, will experience it sometimes in our life. So one of my goals is to convince every Australian to go out into nature to get some mental well-being benefits, starting with you guys. So unfortunately, that means that tonight you will not be able to leave this place until I've achieved this goal. And if you need more convincing, we calculated that those mental health benefits from parks could be worth up to $10,000 per visitor per year. $10,000 worth of free therapy. I know nobody spends $10,000 on therapy. That is a lot of coffees. So living on the Gold Coast, we are super lucky. As we were talking about, we are sandwiched between the ocean and national parks. And I know you guys love it and are aware of this, but I just want us to remember to protect nature, not just because we might see koalas, of course, love them, but also for the individual benefits we may be getting from it. So the good news for you and me is that while we're on a waiting list to see a therapist, to do traditional therapy, we can take some easy and free steps to improve our mental well-being. We might even see koalas while doing it, which is a bonus, of course. And a 3% increase in mental well-being might not sound like a lot, but I think I've demonstrated that it is worth a lot of coffees. Or more appropriately, a lot of Forex. We are so surrounded by green places, national parks, urban green spaces. You can go alone or with friends. You can listen to music, listen to birds singing or the wind rustling through the leaves. Go for a stroll or a walk or a run. You can even have a picnic. But please, there's one thing I'd like you to remember, is to never ever put cheese inside a croissant. Thank you.